I found that the BAPS temple, the Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi, was to me not just one of the most remarkable temples I have ever seen, but it was also one of the most remarkable structures I have ever seen, going beyond its extraordinary spiritual content, starting with the wall of harmony as soon as you enter the complex, where the theme of harmony and unity is highlighted from the very start, going through where you can see the temple through that special magic eye, as it were, and where when you enter the temple itself, every detail is so extraordinary. The fact that your feet don't burn in 50 degrees heat because the tiles have been specially created so they don't heat, right up to the extraordinary sandstone carvings, the exquisite, beautifully done, handcrafted, chiseled carvings, and such level of detail you could spend weeks just looking, and still you won't see all the structure, all the statues that are there. The attention paid to the 7 major deities, each of them having their own shrine within the complex. On top of that, the fact that you can touch the extraordinary columns and find there is no dust in them in the middle of the desert, because you had the foresight, Swamiji, to put the surrounding buildings in such a way that sand would not come in. Then going on, for example, to the Abhishek Mandapam and seeing the extraordinary tribute to all the world's rivers, all the sands of the 7 Emirates of the UAE to honor this nation, where they have got this temple, to go and see the different tiles, the different stones from different parts of the Middle East. It is truly a microcosm of the unity of creation and of humanity. I spent years at the United Nations talking about our common humanity. And I think that's what we see in the temple in Abu Dhabi. It is this unity, this humanity, this common element. And that's what the United Nations, as the physical embodiment, the institutional embodiment of our common humanity, sought to promote through bringing these spiritual leaders. So I do revere this great Pramukh Swami Maharaj. He has been lost to us, but his work and his vision continue. As you said, he expressed the vision long before it was even thought possible. And I must say that when this became a reality, I too had mentioned to Sheikh Nahyan that many Hindus would be so thrilled to have a place to worship in the UAE. And then when Narendra Modi ji came and he managed to work with the government, and of course you all came and did your extraordinary acts of persuasion, I think we've ended up with truly a masterpiece, an architectural marvel, as I said, a really remarkable marvel of construction, with tremendous thought in it, and also a deeply, deeply moving place to be in. If you're of a spiritual mind, you would want to lose yourself here. Today I feel I've seen the embodiment of that humanity, and it's in so many ways fitting that this humanity and this structure is dedicated to something larger than all of us human beings, a larger spirit of the cosmos that transcends any human divisions. And that's also been extremely special. The thought, the attention to detail, every single bit of reasoning that has gone into it. And I was privileged that Swami Rama Bihari Das himself was gracious enough to accompany me, and I was able to enter into his mind and hear about the wonderful, wonderful intention behind every stone, every carving, every statue, every painting, every little detail. There is nothing in this place that has not had some thought and deep thought going into it. And then the sort of fairy tale of the animated digitized cinema, the 15 minutes of total immersion. You hardly notice the time pass, you're just brought into this world. And I would honestly want to add one more word of tribute, not just to all of you who have done this extraordinary temple, this extraordinary building, this extraordinary structure, but also to the government and the people of the UAE that made it possible in the heart of the Islamic world to have a Hindu temple of such immense size and significance. I was very struck to hear the story of how the ruler, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, said that as far as he was concerned, if it was going to be a temple, it should look like a temple. There would be no restrictions placed either on the murtis, on the carvings, the sculptures, the appearance, the external view, even the Hindu flags flying from each of the spires of the shrines. Everything was permitted, which is an act of extreme great generosity, because it's not easy. It's not easy in the Islamic world, where there have been certain prohibitions about the practice of other faiths. But in the UAE, they had the vision, the courage, the breadth, and the compassion to invite you to do this. You have created, in many ways, a pilgrimage center for all the Hindus who come to this country. And strikingly, not only Hindus. When I came with a team of people who included 3 Muslims, and they were enthralled. There were no restrictions on where they could go, what they could see in the temple. That too is part of that spirit of openness that you reflect and that the UAE government has reflected. And I must say to you, and to those who might be listening to this, it is a must-see, but more than see, it is a must-experience. You have to come here and immerse yourself, look at the extraordinary, the 3 waters of the Ganga, the Jamna, and the Saraswati flowing around the temple. I've missed today the Ganga Aarti, which I gather takes place after dark, but for that I will have to come back one day, God willing. God has been kind in giving me the opportunity to come. It's precisely when the world is being divided more and more, when there is what was once called a clash of civilizations taking place, when people are tearing each other apart, willing to kill, willing to do much worse to each other, willing to starve, to destroy, to do all sorts of horrible things to each other. Very often religion is seen as an instrument of division rather than one of unity. Your theme of the unity of religions, of the harmony within which we can all live, you have now brought it to fruition in this extraordinary place. Let us use this as a venue to spread that message more and more. As you rightly said, when it's darkest, you must light a candle in the darkness. But that candle could ignite very many other candles. We could have very many more bright lights shining if your determination to keep this message alive and afloat is actually something that can ignite others. Just as very often you see how one candle is used to light another candle, you might be able to, from this place, light many more candles. And I'm very conscious, I have no illusions about the challenges, including in this part of the world, where there is a certain amount of official sanction in some places. The UAE has had the courage to stand for this inclusiveness, has given a welcome. You have chosen to rise and seize the opportunity to create this institution, this wonderful Hindu Mandir. Now let us take it to the next step and bring this message to the world. They often say you can only go to a temple when you are called. Bulawa honi chahiye. And that bulawa came today at the right time. I was honored to be able to perform the Abhishek with you. I'm going to leave feeling absolutely, totally blessed and honored to have been here. And God willing, this will not be my last visit, the first of many. And you yourself, Swamiji, have been here to show me around. But I will say, it has been such an experience. I feel blessed, I feel moved, I feel uplifted. And I think most people who come here will have all those experiences if they come in the spirit of inviting themselves to enter this experience.